Hey, everybody, it's the coach.
So here we go, opening drive of the game, and the ball in the possession of the Oakland Raiders. Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete to Sharp. A look at the numbers for Sharp a week ago. Well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
47 to Mike. 47 to
Now Jones off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Jones. He's got his man Sharp complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jones. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunity.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
64, weak, 5.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And his throw is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. No score after one on EA Sports. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On 1st down, Jones flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back to throw. Jones. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Wood. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wood. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Jones now. Off play action. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Ricky Seals-Jones as the first half is winding down, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our... We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Derrick Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Check. Check.
Now it's Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Switch it. Come on, switch. Undercut.
They'll run it again with Henry. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's put that team on the box. Check. Hang on. Check.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Under 10.
A first down carry for Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's good. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Henry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
I know he ain't got it.
Block now on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. On first down, Locke.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Garion Conley. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Jones. Off the play fake. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ricky Seals-Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL.